Britain isn't yet an industrial wasteland. The traveller on the train from St Pancras to Yorkshire can certainly see evidence of abandoned production, the water-filled hollows that once supplied Bedfordshire's brickworks with clay, the distant outlines of the great airship sheds at Cardington, built when that mode of travel had a future, the eroding embankment of a mineral line that once took ironstone from the Northampton quarries to the smelters at Scunthorpe. But the abandonment isn't complete. Among these indistinct reminders of a great industrial past, factories are still at work. As we went north, on a grey November morning, I noted Vauxhall at Luton, Weetabix at Kettering, Frederick Parker's asphalt spreaders at Leicester, Brush electrical machines at Loughborough, Bombardier's trains at Derby, Joseph Clayton's tannery at Chesterfield. The survival of some of these names, one or two of them painted in the old-fashioned way on a brick factory wall, is both a surprise and a reminder that manufacturing still accounts for 10% of the UK economy. Who can tell how many of them will last? 50 years ago, when I first came this way on a train, manufacturing's share of the cake was more than 30%. Factories in those days were no cause to turn your head to the carriage window. Passengers began to look up appreciatively only when the fields and the cows arrived. The idea that we need to discover a new version of those old times is now the common currency of the political mainstream. After the financial crash came the call to rebalance the economy and lessen its dependence on the City of London. After Brexit came the need to foster national togetherness by addressing the neglect and alienation felt by many people in the former manufacturing districts of the Midlands and the North. Out of these two calamities have come revivalist schemes with romantic steam and iron names, the Northern Powerhouse and the Midlands Engine, and now a white paper on industrial strategy, which is to be published on Monday. Hope has to be taken where you find it, in my case at Journey's End, a 15-minute cab ride from Sheffield Station. If its preceding green paper is anything to go by, this could be a remarkable document, overturning the hands-off industrial policy that every government has stuck to since the advent of Margaret Thatcher in 1979. According to Theresa May in the Green Paper's introduction, her government will no longer be just stepping back and leaving business to get on with the job, but stepping up to a new, active role that backs business. The aim is to spread wealth and opportunity across every community in our United Kingdom, not just the most prosperous places in London and the South East. The means is a remedy for Britain's great economic weakness, the persisting low productivity that mostly accounts for the economic forecast, said to be the bleakest in recent British history, a sad story that Philip Hammond unveiled in this week's budget speech. The obstacles look immense: weak government by a party that in any case is philosophically opposed to intervention, an impoverished and stripped-down state preoccupied by Brexit, a culture that thinks of manufacturing as history, the apparently unstoppable power of roaming capital. Hope has to be taken where you find it, in my case at Journey's End, a 15-minute cab ride from Sheffield Station, at the campus of the Advanced Manufacturing Research Centre, AMRC, spread across the site of the old coking plant at Orgreave.